Hello again and welcome back. In today's session, we are going to talk about managing reviews as a review owner and how to complete the feedback loop. So we can see here, we are in my demo environment, we are in Drive, and we are actually going to bop over to the reviews tab. So we're going to open up that side panel, second one from the bottom, you are going to click reviews. Now, when we open up our reviews tab, we're actually going to get a Kanban board. So we're going to pull that over so we get a wider screen. And this Kanban board is a great place to come in if you're looking as a project manager for project status. So there may be multiple reviews that you have in flight or multiple projects under this workspace that you have in flight. This board is going to show you what is currently open, if anything is overdue, what's in progress, what might be stalled requiring a revision, and what is closed out. So this can be a really helpful view just for understanding project capacity and timelines. In this instance, I have a cross-functional design review that's very overdue. So I can go ahead and click into it. I can see that we are awaiting some changes. So Phil has requested changes. We are awaiting a review from him for approval. This is why we've got that revision required stamp. And so we may need to go back to Jim and ask him to upload the new revision and re-request a review. Now, the other thing that we may want to do as project managers is manage the feedback loop. So of course, we've got all of this feedback that's coming through on our projects. And instead of just collecting it here, we actually want to make sure that it is being actioned. So the very first thing here is to make sure that the team understands why we document feedback, what quality feedback looks like, and who's responsible for actioning that feedback. If you don't have clear standards or expectations on that, let's focus on getting those in place first. That way, this process is going to be quite a bit more manageable, and you can work with your CSM on that. Now, as I am looking at this feedback, I may want to filter it. So I may want to look at feedback that is of highest priority. I may also want to look at feedback that's of highest priority that is a blocker. This is going to show me that we've got one piece of feedback sitting here that's blocking us from moving to the next level that's still not resolved. I can see that Liam has been assigned this, so I should follow up with Liam as the project owner to see if this has been completed. And again, really important to make sure that we complete the feedback loop so that as Liam is assigned this feedback, he's actually going in and actioning it when it is completed. We can filter by a variety of other things. We can always reset. We can sort. We can also do this at the company level, as we saw in the last video. I can see here, I've got this sorted for highest priority. So I've got only my high priority items at the top. This is going to allow me to focus in on those things. And maybe the lower priority items, I move to a different status. So this is a cost option. Maybe we change this over to a comment because this isn't really an issue that we need to work through. It's more so a comment or a cost idea. So as the project owner, you are responsible for managing the feedback that's coming through and making sure that it is actioned. The high priority critical items are actioned, but part of that is also ensuring that your team has really clear expectations around how to document feedback in a way that makes it meaningful and able to be worked through. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll talk soon.